The faint hum of the spaceship's engines resonated through the hull as Dr. Emily Hart hurried down the corridor toward the control center of the SS Voyager. The year was 2157, and humanity stood on the precipice of its first genuine encounter with an alien race. The Sorians, a civilization both ancient and mysterious, had invited a group of human scientists and diplomats to visit their home planet, Sorian. As Emily entered the control room, she was greeted by Commander Daniel Chun, the mission leader. Chun was a veteran spacefarer, his face etched by years of service, but his eyes remained keen and perceptive. "Dr. Hart, glad to see you're ready. Feeling anxious about today?" Chun asked, extending a firm handshake. "Not anxious, Commander, just excited," Emily replied, adjusting her glasses. "Today might reshape our understanding of life across the universe." Chun laughed. "That's the spirit. Let's hope they're as welcoming as they promised." The communications officer, Lieutenant Simmons, called out from his station. "Sir, we're receiving landing coordinates from the Sorians." "On screen, Lieutenant," Chun ordered. The main display flickered to life, revealing the swirling blue and green sphere of Sorian. The planet was stunning, with vast oceans and expansive continents teeming with exotic flora. As the Voyager neared its landing site, Emily stood beside Chun, both captivated by the view. The ship descended through the atmosphere, parting clouds until the sprawling architecture of the Sorian capital emerged, towering structures of crystal and metal gleaming under the alien sun, a striking contrast to the natural beauty around them. "Dr. Hart, you're up," said Chun as the ship smoothly landed on a platform jutting from one of the larger buildings. "Remember, we're guests here. Let's keep it diplomatic." Emily nodded, straightening her jacket as she prepared to disembark. The airlock doors slid open, revealing a Sorian delegation awaiting their arrival. They were taller than humans, with translucent skin that emitted a gentle glow and eyes that reflected centuries of wisdom. "Welcome, travelers from Earth," spoke the Sorian leader, his voice a melodic whisper that resonated curiously in human ears. "I am Sir, your guide and liaison during your stay." "Thank you for having us, Sir," Emily replied, stepping forward to greet the alien. "I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and this is Commander Daniel Chun." Sir nodded, his gaze lingering on Emily. "Your work precedes you, Dr. Hart. We are particularly intrigued by your theories on quantum biology." Emily was surprised. "I'm honored you know of my work. I look forward to learning from your people as well." As they walked towards a sleek transport vehicle, Sir continued, "Our council believes there is much for both our races to learn from each other. This is a rare opportunity for cultural and scientific exchange." Chun leaned over to Emily as they followed Sir. "Looks like you're the star of the show, Doctor. Let's make it count." Emily smiled, aware of the gravity of the moment. "I'll do my best, Commander. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for all of us." The vehicle whisked them away, gliding silently over the city towards a towering complex that sparkled under the alien sun. As they traveled, Emily's mind buzzed with possibilities. This was the frontier of human experience, the meeting of the ancient and the new. What secrets would the Sorians reveal, and what would they think of the inquisitive beings called humans? As the transport vehicle glided through the Sorian capital, Emily Hart's eyes absorbed every detail of the alien architecture, the crystalline structures reflecting the pale sunlight in dazzling patterns. Beside her, Commander Daniel Chun seemed equally captivated by the spectacle. "Doctor, if their cities are this impressive, I can only imagine what their technology must be like," Chun murmured, his tone a mix of admiration and caution. Emily nodded, her mind racing with scientific curiosity. "Their advancements must be centuries ahead of ours, especially in genetics and quantum mechanics. Their offer for an exchange is incredibly generous. We might just leap forward by decades in our understanding." The vehicle came to a gentle stop outside a massive structure towering above them, its surface shimmering with a metallic sheen that seemed to change color as they watched. They were escorted inside by Sir, who led them into a vast open-plan laboratory filled with equipment that Emily could only begin to understand. "This is our primary research facility for what you would call applied quantum biology," Sir explained, his voice echoing slightly in the large space. "Here, we have developed the technologies that sustain our immortality." Emily's heart skipped a beat. You've achieved actual biological immortality? That's been only a theoretical concept for us at best. Yes, Dr. Hart, Sir replied, a hint of pride in his voice. Our immortality is not just a prolongation of life, but a complete stasis of cellular aging. We can show you the basic principles if you're interested. Absolutely, Emily said eagerly, following Sir to a section of the lab where strange devices hummed and emitted soft lights. Sir gestured to a large cylindrical chamber filled with swirling mist. This chamber is one of our stasis generators. It creates a quantum field that stabilizes molecular decay and renews cellular structures continuously. Emily, scribbling notes on her digital pad, was fascinated. This is revolutionary. The implications for medicine alone are staggering. Chan, always the tactician, interjected. But how does it affect your society? If no one dies, how do you manage population control, resources, or even ambition? Sir's expression darkened slightly. These are indeed challenges. Our population is strictly controlled, and our resources are managed through advanced ecological systems. As for ambition, it has become more about intellectual achievements and exploration than expansion or reproduction. As the tour continued, Emily was pulled aside by another Sorian scientist named Nyla, who seemed particularly interested in her background in quantum biology. Dr. Hart, your theory on quantum consciousness caught my attention, Nyla said, her voice low. Our immortality technology does not address the quantum aspects of consciousness, which you propose could be manipulated to enhance cognitive functions. Emily was intrigued. There's potential synergy here. My theories are still in the early stages, but with your technology, we could explore practical applications, perhaps even find a way to enhance your system. Nyla nodded, her eyes reflecting a spark of excitement. I believe a collaboration could be beneficial. Shall we arrange a session to discuss this further? Absolutely, Nyla. I think we're on the brink of something transformative, Emily replied, her mind alive with possibilities. As Emily and Nyla delved deeper into technical discussions, Chun watched the interactions with a mixture of pride and concern. The potential for advancement was enormous, but so were the risks of sharing human insights with such a powerful civilization. The day concluded with plans for collaborative experiments, leaving Emily energized and hopeful. However, as they returned to the Voyager, Chun couldn't shake a feeling of unease. Be careful, Emily, Chun said quietly as they boarded their ship. We don't fully understand their motives yet. Emily nodded, her mind still buzzing with the day's revelations. I know, Daniel, but this is too important to pass up. We have to pursue this. As night fell over the alien city, the lights of the Sorian towers flickered like stars, a reminder of the delicate balance between discovery and diplomacy. Emily knew she was walking a tightrope, but she was determined to see it through, driven by the potential to unlock the secrets of life itself. Back aboard the SS Voyager, Dr. Emily Hart and Commander Daniel Chun gathered in the briefing room with their senior staff, their faces illuminated by the glow of the holographic display at the center of the table. The mood was tense. The revelations of Sorian technology had rippled through the crew with a mix of awe and apprehension. Let's recap, Chun began, his voice firm. The Sorians have not only achieved immortality through quantum biology, but have also developed technologies that are light years ahead of anything we've seen. Dr. Hart believes there are opportunities for significant advancements in human medicine and quantum applications. Emily chimed in, her enthusiasm barely contained. The potential is enormous. If we could integrate just a fraction of their quantum stabilization techniques, we could eradicate diseases, extend human lifespan, and enhance cognitive functions. However, the ship's security chief, Lieutenant Commander Zoe Park, raised a critical point. While the scientific benefits are clear, we need to consider the strategic implications. We've essentially found the Achilles heel of a powerful immortal civilization. This knowledge makes us a potential threat to them. Chun nodded, his expression grave. Exactly. And while the Sorians have been hospitable, we don't know their full intentions. Our discovery could be seen as a weapon as much as a healing tool. The discussion was interrupted by an urgent communication from Earth Command. The room tensed as the Admiral appeared on screen, his face somber. Commander Chun, Dr. Hart, we've received troubling news. Sorian ships have been spotted in several unauthorized sectors near Earth. Their intentions are unclear, but their presence has prompted a defensive alert across all colonies. We need to understand their motives fast. Emily felt a chill run down her spine. Admiral, could this be a reaction to what we've learned about their immortality technology? It's possible, the Admiral replied. We need to tread carefully. Any action we take could escalate into a full-scale conflict. After the call, Chun turned to his team. We need answers, and fast. Emily, your relationship with Nyla might be our best chance at understanding their true intentions. We need you to dig deeper, but be cautious. Emily agreed, her mind racing with the implications. As the meeting adjourned, she returned to her quarters, trying to reconcile her excitement for scientific discovery with the looming threat of conflict. Later, as Emily met with Nyla in the Sorian lab, she tread carefully, probing for insights into Sorian society and their sudden expansion into human space. Nyla, your technology is incredible, but I sense there are challenges your people face that we don't fully understand. Nyla hesitated, her luminous eyes reflecting a hint of conflict. Dr. Hart, our immortality has given us great power, but it also brings immense responsibility and burdens. There are factions within our society that believe expansion is necessary to sustain our resources. Emily's heart sank as she pieced together the implications. And what do you believe? I believe we have much to learn from each other, Nyla replied, her voice tinged with hope. But there are those who see your race's mortality as a threat to our existence, a reminder of what we must avoid. Emily realized the gravity of their situation. The very essence of humanity's finite existence was a paradoxical threat to an immortal race. As she returned to the Voyager, Emily knew they were on the brink of a critical juncture. The path ahead was fraught with peril, but she was determined to find a way to bridge the gap between their worlds, for the sake of both humanity and the Sorians. Back on the SS Voyager, Commander Daniel Chun convened a meeting with his senior officers, including Dr. Emily Hart and Lieutenant Commander Zoe Park. The situation with the Sorians had grown increasingly tense, and the crew needed a plan to navigate the precarious diplomatic landscape. Emily, what did you learn from Nyla? Chun asked, his expression serious. Emily took a deep breath, choosing her words carefully. The Sorians are divided. While some, like Nyla, are open to peaceful collaboration, others view our mortality as a potential threat to their existence. They fear that our presence might destabilize their society. Zoe Park interjected. It sounds like their expansion into our territory is driven by internal pressures as much as external threats. They might see acquiring new resources as a way to maintain their societal balance. Chun nodded, considering the implications. So, we need to convince the Sorians that cooperation, not conflict, is the path forward. We need to leverage our unique strengths, our adaptability and resilience. Emily agreed. Our mortality might be our greatest asset. It drives us to innovate, to cherish life, and to seek progress. Perhaps we can show them the value in these traits. The briefing concluded with a plan to initiate a dialogue with the Sorian leadership. The goal was to propose a mutual exchange of knowledge and culture, highlighting the benefits of diversity and cooperation between their civilizations. As the crew prepared for their meeting, Emily felt a mix of anticipation and anxiety. This was a pivotal moment, not just for the mission, but for the future relationship between humans and Sorians. The following day, Emily and Chen met with the Sur and the Sorian Council in a grand chamber adorned with intricate carvings and glowing crystals. Emily could feel the weight of centuries of history in the air as she began her presentation. Sir, esteemed council members, Emily started, her voice steady. Our two civilizations have much to offer each other. We propose an exchange, our knowledge, creativity, and adaptability in exchange for your advancements in science and technology. Together, we can forge a future where both our people thrive. Sir listened intently, his expression inscrutable. Dr. Hart, your proposal is intriguing. But how can we be sure that your mortality will not disrupt the harmony we have cultivated over millennia? Emily responded. Our mortality is not a weakness but a source of strength. It drives us to innovate, to seek solutions, and to value every moment. By embracing these qualities, Your people might find new perspectives that enrich your immortal existence." The council members murmured among themselves, their expressions contemplative. Asir finally spoke, his tone thoughtful. "You offer a compelling vision, Dr. Hart. Perhaps there is value in exploring this path of collaboration." The meeting concluded with a tentative agreement to explore mutual exchanges, a small but significant step toward a more integrated future. As Emily and Chen left the chamber, they felt a sense of cautious optimism. They had planted the seeds of understanding, but much work remained to be done. The journey ahead was uncertain, but Emily was determined to see it through. In the days that followed, Emily and Nyla worked together on joint research projects, bridging the gap between their sciences. Slowly, the barriers between their worlds began to dissolve, replaced by a burgeoning spirit of cooperation and mutual respect. The Sorians, once considered immortal and invincible, had found in humans a new perspective on life, a reminder of the value of change, growth, and the beauty of finite existence. And in turn, humanity gained invaluable knowledge and technology that would propel them into a new era of discovery. As the SS Voyager prepared to depart Sorian, Emily reflected on the profound journey they had undertaken. They had faced the unknown and emerged with new allies, a testament to the power of understanding and collaboration across the stars. "Ready to head home, Doctor?" Chen asked as they stood on the ship's bridge. "Yes, Commander," Emily replied, a smile lighting up her face. "And ready for whatever comes next." The SS Voyager slowly lifted off from Sorian, its engines humming softly as the ship ascended into space. As the planet receded into the distance, the crew aboard the Voyager felt a mix of relief and anticipation. The successful diplomatic mission marked a significant milestone in human-alien relations, but the journey ahead would be filled with new challenges and opportunities. In the ship's lounge, Emily Hart sat with Commander Daniel Chen and Lieutenant Commander Zoe Park, reviewing the final reports from their time on Sorian. The lounge, equipped with comfortable seating and a panoramic view of the stars, offered a rare moment of relaxation amidst the intense work. "Dr. Hart," Chen said, breaking the comfortable silence, "I've been reviewing the preliminary data from our collaboration with the Sorians. It's impressive how quickly our research teams adapted to their technologies." Emily nodded, her eyes reflecting the stars outside. "Yes, the potential applications of their quantum biology are incredible. If we can integrate even a fraction of their advancements, we could see breakthroughs in medicine, energy, and even space travel." Zoe Park, who had been scrutinizing a series of security reports, looked up. "And we should be prepared for any unforeseen consequences. The Sorians are powerful, and while they have shown a willingness to collaborate, there are factions within their society that may not be as receptive." Chen agreed. "True. We'll need to remain vigilant and ensure that our agreements are honored. The exchange of knowledge must be managed carefully to prevent any misuse." Emily's mind was still buzzing with the possibilities. "I've been thinking about the implications of our discussions with Nyla. Their approach to immortality, how they manage their resources and population, is something we could learn from. It's not just about extending life, but about creating a sustainable society." Chun leaned back, his expression thoughtful. "Absolutely. And it's important that we use this knowledge responsibly. We're not just dealing with advanced technology. We're building a relationship with an ancient civilization." The conversation continued, weaving through the complex landscape of interstellar diplomacy and scientific collaboration. As the Voyager made its way back to Earth, the crew prepared for the next phase of their mission, implementing the new technologies and navigating the evolving relationship with the Sorians. Days later, as the Voyager approached Earth, the familiar blue and green orb came into view. The crew prepared for their re-entry and docking procedures, eager to share their discoveries with Earth Command and the scientific community. Upon arrival, the Voyager was greeted with a mixture of celebration and scrutiny. Earth Command had organized a briefing to inform the public and key stakeholders about the successful mission and the new alliance with the Sorians. In the Grand Hall of the United Nations Space Command, Dr. Emily Hart took the stage alongside Commander Chen and several key figures from the Sorian delegation. The room was filled with reporters, scientists, and diplomats, all eager to hear about the historic encounter. "Distinguished guests," Emily began, her voice steady and clear, I am honored to present the results of our mission and the exciting new partnership we have formed with the Sorians. This is a momentous occasion that opens doors to unprecedented opportunities for scientific advancement and cultural exchange. The audience listened intently as Emily outlined the details of the collaboration, emphasizing the mutual benefits and the potential for joint research. She spoke of the groundbreaking technologies they had observed, the shared knowledge that would propel both civilizations forward, and the promise of a new era of cooperation. As the presentation concluded, the room erupted in applause. The successful mission was celebrated as a triumph of diplomacy and exploration, and the Sorian delegation received a warm welcome from Earth's leaders. Later that evening, as the celebratory atmosphere continued, Emily and Chen found a quiet corner of the reception hall. They watched as guests mingled and discussed the implications of the new alliance. "You did an excellent job today, Doctor," Chen said, his tone appreciative. Emily smiled, feeling a sense of accomplishment. "Thank you, Commander. It's been a challenging journey, but the potential for what we can achieve together with the Sorians is worth every effort." Chen's expression grew more serious. "We've made great strides, but we must remain cautious. There are still unknowns, and the Sorian factions with conflicting interests might not have shown all their cards." Emily nodded. "Yes, and we need to ensure that the knowledge we've gained is used for the betterment of both our societies. The road ahead will require careful navigation and continued diplomacy." As the night wore on, Emily's thoughts turned to the future. The alliance with the Sorians had opened a new chapter in human history, but it also carried the weight of responsibility. The cooperation they had established was a beacon of hope, a symbol of what could be achieved when different civilizations came together. The next few weeks were a whirlwind of activity as the Voyager's crew and Earth scientists began the process of integrating Sorian technologies into their research and development programs. The advancements promised to revolutionize various fields, from medicine and energy to space exploration. Emily found herself deeply involved in the collaborative research, working closely with Sorian scientists to explore the potential of their technologies. The exchange of knowledge was not without its challenges, but the shared dedication to discovery and progress created a strong foundation for success. As the months passed, the relationship between humans and Sorians continued to evolve. The initial excitement gave way to more nuanced interactions, with both sides learning from each other and addressing the complexities of their collaboration. One day, as Emily walked through the corridors of the joint research facility, she encountered Nyla, who greeted her with a warm smile. "Dr. Hart," Nyla said, her tone friendly, "I wanted to thank you for your efforts. The progress we've made together has been remarkable." Emily returned the smile. "Thank you, Nyla. It's been an incredible journey, and I'm looking forward to what we can achieve in the future." Nyla's expression grew more serious. "There are still challenges ahead. Some factions within our society remain skeptical of this alliance, but I believe that our work together can help bridge those gaps." Emily nodded in agreement. "Yes, and we must continue to demonstrate the value of our collaboration. The potential for positive change is immense, and we have a responsibility to make the most of this opportunity." As Emily and Nyla continued their discussion, the sense of shared purpose and mutual respect was palpable. The alliance between humans and Sorians had proven to be a transformative force, not just for their respective civilizations, but for the future of interstellar cooperation. As the sun set over the research facility, casting a golden glow across the landscape, Emily felt a deep sense of fulfillment. The mission had begun as an exploration of the unknown, but it had become a testament to the power of understanding, diplomacy, and the pursuit of knowledge. Looking ahead, Emily was optimistic about the future. The journey with the Sorians was just the beginning of a new era of exploration and collaboration, one that promised to push the boundaries of what was possible and unite civilizations across the stars. With a renewed sense of purpose, Dr. Emily Hart continued her work, knowing that the path they had forged together was a beacon of hope for a brighter, more interconnected future. As the months rolled on, the alliance between humanity and the Sorians began to show tangible results. The collaborative research projects and cultural exchanges were forging a path towards unprecedented advancements in various fields. The integration of Sorian technology was proving transformative, and the scientific community buzzed with excitement about the new possibilities. Dr. Emily Hart found herself deeply immersed in the collaborative work. The research facility was abuzz with activity as scientists from both species worked side by side, tackling complex problems and pushing the boundaries of known science. Emily's focus was primarily on the application of Sorian quantum stabilization techniques in medicine, a field with immense potential for revolutionizing human health. One day, as Emily reviewed data on her holographic display, she was approached by Commander Daniel Chun. His usual calm demeanor was tinged with concern. "Emily, we need to discuss something," Chun said, his tone serious. Emily looked up, sensing the gravity in his voice. "What's going on, Daniel?" Chen's expression grew more solemn. "We've been receiving reports of increased Sorian military activity near our research outposts. There are rumors of factions within the Sorian government that are displeased with our partnership." Emily's heart sank. "You think this could affect our work?" "It's possible," Chen replied. "The alliance is delicate, and if there's internal strife among the Sorians, it could have implications for our collaboration. We need to stay vigilant." Emily nodded, her mind racing with the implications. "I'll make sure to address these concerns with Nyla and other Sorian representatives. We can't let internal conflicts jeopardize what we've achieved." Later that day, Emily met with Nyla in one of the facility's conference rooms. Nyla, though usually calm, appeared troubled. "Dr. Hart," Nyla began, "I'm aware of the reports you mentioned. There are indeed factions among us that are concerned about our collaboration with humanity. They fear that the rapid exchange of technology could disrupt our societal balance." Emily listened intently. "We've seen such concerns in many collaborative endeavors. What can we do to address these fears and ensure the partnership remains strong?" Nyla's gaze was earnest. "Transparency and communication are key. We need to continue demonstrating the mutual benefits of our work. I'll work on addressing these concerns within my own faction and ensure that our efforts remain focused on positive outcomes." Emily appreciated Nyla's commitment. "Thank you, Nyla. We must also keep an open line of communication with our Earth counterparts. They need to understand the situation so we can all be prepared." As the two leaders discussed strategies to maintain the alliance, the atmosphere in the research facility became increasingly tense. Scientists and diplomats alike were aware of the potential risks, and everyone was on high alert. A week later, Emily received a request for a private meeting with Admiral Jack Morrison, head of Earth Command. As she entered his office, she found the Admiral looking more serious than usual. "Dr. Hart," Admiral Morrison greeted her. "We've been monitoring the situation closely. The Sorian military activity has raised concerns on our end as well. We need to ensure that our defense strategies are up to date, just in case." Emily nodded, understanding the gravity of the situation. "I'll coordinate with our Sorian counterparts to address these concerns and work towards maintaining our collaborative efforts." The meeting concluded with a mutual agreement to continue monitoring the situation while emphasizing the importance of maintaining open communication with the Sorians. In the weeks that followed, Emily worked closely with Nyla and other Sorian leaders to address the internal fears and ensure the alliance remained stable. The collaborative projects continued to progress, and both sides made efforts to showcase the positive impacts of their joint work. Despite the underlying tensions, there were moments of celebration and camaraderie. A significant breakthrough in medical research was announced, showcasing the potential of combining Sorian and human technologies. The discovery brought hope and renewed energy to the collaboration. One evening, as Emily reviewed the latest research results, Nyla joined her in the lab. The atmosphere was more relaxed than usual, and the two scientists took a moment to reflect on their progress. "This breakthrough is incredible," Emily said, her voice filled with excitement. "It's a testament to what we can achieve together." Nyla smiled. "Indeed, despite the challenges, our collaboration has proven to be immensely valuable. It's a reminder that even in the face of adversity, progress is possible." As they continued to discuss their research, Emily and Nyla both felt a renewed sense of determination. The alliance between humanity and the Sorians was more than just a scientific partnership. It was a symbol of hope and the potential for overcoming differences through mutual understanding. However, the concerns about internal Sorian factions and military activity remained. The need for continued vigilance and diplomacy was evident. Emily and her team continued to work diligently, striving to keep the alliance strong and to push the boundaries of scientific knowledge. As the months passed, the situation stabilized, and the tensions gradually eased. The Sorian factions that had been concerned about the alliance were reassured by the ongoing successes and the tangible benefits of the collaboration. The scientific community on both sides celebrated the progress they had made. Joint research projects flourished, and the exchange of knowledge continued to drive innovation. In a final gesture of goodwill, the Sorians invited a delegation from Earth to their home planet for a grand celebration of their partnership. The event was marked by speeches, cultural exchanges, and demonstrations of the incredible advancements achieved through their collaboration. As Emily stood on the observation deck of the Voyager, looking out at the vibrant colors of Eterna, she felt a deep sense of accomplishment. The journey had been challenging, but it had also been transformative. The alliance between humanity and the Sorians had opened new doors and forged a path towards a brighter future. "Here's to a new chapter," Emily said, raising a glass in celebration. "To the incredible possibilities ahead and the enduring spirit of cooperation." As the crew of the Voyager celebrated their success, the universe seemed to shimmer with the promise of new discoveries and lasting partnerships. The journey with the Sorians was a testament to the power of diplomacy, science, and the boundless potential of collaboration across the stars.